And welcome back to my collection series. Today we will be going through part 3, which is this row, finishing up G's and going all the way through L. Let us not waste any time. We have Good Luck Chuck, actually a pretty decent movie. Goosebumps, awesome movie, absolutely loved that one. And Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween, the very solid sequel. We got Grand Hotel, I have not watched that yet. Gran Torino, I know it's a classic, but I've also not watched that yet. We got the Grease triple feature set, this coming with Grease, Grease 2, and Grease Live. I know, blasphemous, I don't think I've seen Grease all the way through, and I have not seen Grease 2 or Grease Live. Green Book, excellent movie, although I do agree with the majority that I don't believe that should have won Best Picture. If you ask me, either A Star Is Born should have won, there it is, or Roma should have won. Other than that, I think all the nominees were great, except for The Favorite. I really didn't like The Favorite. The classic, wink wink, Green Lantern. I have not watched that yet. Green Zone, that's a pretty good war movie. Grindhouse, one of my all-time favorite movies, which is essentially a double feature, Planet Terror and Death Proof. This is also one of the best Blu-rays I own. This has about 5 hours of special features, which is just phenomenal. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Just some more great MCU right there. Then we have Hairspray, this being the remake. This is really, really good. I have not seen the original. Happy Death Day, fantastic movie. I do own the sequel, but it is over on, if I can zoom in, the new release board. For my finger, yeah, right there. Which was also a great sequel. Anyway, we have the Harry Potter complete 8-film set. This coming with, obviously, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, The Chamber of Secrets, The Prisoner of Azkaban. This is out of focus, I apologize. The Goblet of Fire, still out of focus. The Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Deathly Hallows Part 2. All of those are great. I do have the Fantastic Beasts movies, but we already talked about them in the previous part. Heart's War, that was okay. Heat, one of my all-time favorite movies. He's Just Not That Into You. I have not watched that yet. Then we have High School Musical 2 and High School Musical 3 Senior Year. High School Musical 2 is fantastic. I still need to get the first one. I don't believe I've seen 3 yet. Then we have Hitman and Hitman Agent 47. They're both decent video game adaptation movies, not the best ones. Sorry about the weird camera movement here. I'm sitting down and my toe actually got caught on one of the movies, so that's weird. Anyway, fun fact you didn't need to know. Hocus Pocus. I know this is a classic, but I have not seen that yet. Home, that's a decent CGI movie. Yeah, now for all the Home movies. Home Alone and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 2 classics. Homefront, that's a great Jason Statham movie. Home of the Brave, I have not watched that yet. We got Horrible Bosses and Horrible Bosses 2. 2 really, really fun movies, and yes, I am aware of the irony of having Kevin Spacey on a Blu-ray cover that is marked totally inappropriate, so... Then we got Hostel and Hostel Part 2. 2 incredibly violent but really good movies. I have seen Hostel Part 3, but it was terrible. That's why I don't have it. Hotel Artemis. This was a really great movie. Hot Tub Time Machine. That was pretty good. I have not seen, or I do not own the sequel, excuse me. I have seen it. It's not really all that good. House of 1,000 Corpses, a really, really disturbing, but really, really good movie. Then we got How to Train Your Dragon and How to Train Your Dragon 2. Both pretty solid movies. I have seen The Hidden World. I don't own it yet, but it does, at the time I'm recording this, it does come out tomorrow. And I do plan on getting it so I can have a complete set. I Am number 4. I've heard terrible things, but I've not watched that yet. Identity Thief, that was a really good movie. Well, not really good. That was a really good comedy. It was a fun comedy. It's late. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I Feel Pretty, really underrated movie. I liked that one a lot. If I Stay, that's a pretty decent romance movie. Inception, great movie. Indivisible, this is the only Pure Flix movie I have in my entire collection. I don't have anything against religious movies at all. Pure Flix, I think, has recently, their track record has started to include a couple of really good movies, this being one of them. This is actually really, really good. A lot of the times their movies are really, really preachy. Not this one, though. Some of the acting might be hokey, but this was a really, really good story, and it took its material very seriously. I highly, highly recommend Indivisible. The acting from the two leads, Justin Bruning and Sarah Drew, were fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that. It is a solid movie. Incredibles 2, fantastic. I do own the first one, but it's in with my DVDs. If you can see it, it's right up there. Inglourious Bastards, really, really, really great movie. One of my all-time favorites. I do apologize for the cursing. Yeah, this is the curse row, where I have quite a few movies that have swear words in them. I do apologize. Inherent Vice, really, really good. I don't say I apologize because I'm a prude, but I am aware that there are a lot of kids on YouTube, so covering all the bases. We got Inside Out, one of the greatest animated movies ever made. I'm going to move my fan out of the way because I actually just copped this really sweet one sheet of Inside Out. Really, really cool. Instant Family, really sweet movie. Interstellar, awesome movie. I gotta watch that again. That was so great. In the Valley of Elah, I've not watched that yet. Into the Woods, great Disney musical featuring Anna Kendrick, my favorite actress of all time. Then we have Iron Man, Iron Man 2, and Iron Man 3. Just some more classic MCU. One thing I find funny is that at the time Iron Man 3 came out, everybody was like, oh, it's awesome, it's great, it's just phenomenal. And then, like, right around when Infinity War came out last year, everybody was like, oh, Iron Man 3 sucks, it's terrible. I'm like, where is this coming from? I've never heard this before Infinity War, so I don't know. I really like it. It really, really creepy. I am looking forward to the follow-up to that. I do own the original, and the original's pretty good, but I think the remake is better. It Follows, really creepy horror movie. I, Tonya, excellent, excellent movie. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Just an absolute classic. I love that one. Invisible Target. Really good Hong Kong action movie. If you're going to venture into action cinema territory, if you want consistently great quality, I highly recommend the Hong Kong action movie market. I have yet to see a Hong Kong action movie that I thought was awful. One of my all-time favorite movies is Hard Boiled, which I do own in here, but we will get to later. That's just a phenomenal Hong Kong action movie. Ironclad, this was pretty bad. I did not like that one, but because I'm a completist, I also have the sequel, Ironclad Battle for Blood, which I have not watched yet. Now for some more cursing. We have Jackass 3, Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa, and Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa .5. Kids, I apologize. I know it's so bad, but that series is really great. I do own the other movies, but they're on DVD. I don't know why they didn't release the others to Blu-ray. I think 3.5 is on Blu-ray, but I can't be too sure. Jackie Brown, one of my all-time favorite movies, and I have read the novel that this is adapted from, Rum Punch by Elmore Leonard. which is a great book. Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Really solid sequel. I do need the first one. Then I'm going to kill you guys when you hear this. Jaws. I know it's a classic. I've not watched it yet. I got to get around to watching a lot of these classic movies, man. I don't own the sequels yet. They are pretty expensive, considering how, what they are. But I do plan on getting all of them and having a Jaws-a-thon. Jeff Dunham, Controlled Chaos, and Jeff Dunham, Minding the Monsters. I like Jeff Dunham. I did see him live, I think back in... It was either very late 2012 or very early 2013. I did go and see him live, and he was pretty great. We have a double feature of Jennifer's Body and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Jennifer's Body is actually pretty good. It was a solid vampire movie. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, the whole reason why I bought this set, it's terrible. I hated it. I have not seen the show, a single episode of the show, but I guarantee you the show is miles better than that, because that was horrible. Double feature of Jet Li's Fearless and Unleashed, 2 movies I have not watched yet. Jingle All the Way, that's a Christmas classic. Put that cookie down now. John Carter, this is bad. I don't like that at all. But it's a rare Disney 3D Blu-ray that's out of print, and I figured for the price I paid for it, I think it was $6 or $7. I would get it. John Wick and John Wick Chapter 2. Awesome movie series. I did see this past weekend John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. Phenomenal series. I did get a text message from the Continental Hotel today saying that John Wick Chapter 4 is coming out May 21st, 2021, and I am pretty highly excited for that. As long as they keep being consistent with how great they are, they can make as many of them as they want. Joy, that's a really great biography movie. Joy Ride, awesome movie. If you want to see Paul Walker in kind of a different role than the Fast and the Furious movies, that is one to definitely check out. I don't own the sequels yet, but I do plan on it. Juice, that's a classic movie featuring Tupac in a great role. Juliet Naked, really sweet romantic comedy. I've seen it twice, and I plan on watching it a lot more because it's just so sweet. The classic Jumanji, and the really solid sequel, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. I am very much looking forward to the 3rd movie coming out this Christmas. As long as, again, they keep it consistent, I'm all for it. Then we have the Jurassic Park trilogy set, this coming with the classic Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park 3, and then Jurassic World, and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. As stated previously, Jurassic Park is a classic. The Lost World it's decent. It is kind of more just a summer blockbuster than it is being a really quality sequel to the movie, but for what it is, it's pretty good. Jurassic Park 3 is just okay. Jurassic World is awesome. I liked that one a whole lot. And I think as far as a follow-up, I'm having trouble here. Fallen Kingdom is a pretty solid follow-up. I know this one kind of got a little bit of more mixed reception from fans, but I will agree that even though I do think this is a really good movie, I think the first half of the movie is a lot better than the second half. I understand the concept of like these poachers coming into Jurassic Park and wanting to make money off of the dinosaurs, but I just think that the whole like 40 minutes or 50 minutes that took place inside the mansion, I thought like that could have either been cut out entirely or just cut down. But still a really good movie. Justice League, I know a lot of people didn't care for it, but I loved it. Then we got Justified, the complete first season, the complete second season, and the complete third season. Excellent show. Still need to get seasons 4, 5, and 6. Keanu, very funny movie. I wish Key and Peele would do more movies together because this one was really good. Kevin Hart, Let Me Explain, and Kevin Hart, What Now? 2 absolutely fantastic, very funny stand-up specials. Well, What Now isn't really all that fantastic, but it's still pretty good. But Let Me Explain is really... And this actually has a really good soundtrack to it, too. The song Let Me Explain by... I know Snoop Dogg and Eric Sermon are in it, but that's a really catchy song. Then we have the Kevin Smith 3-movie collection. This comes with Clerks. I do own Clerks too, but we talked about that in the last part. Chasing Amy and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. You know, excuse me, just 3 more classic movies right there. Then more cursing. I think this is the last of the curses for the curse shelf. We have Kick-Ass, one of my all-time favorite movies and my all-time favorite comic book movie. I also have this version too, because this was one of the first Blu-rays I ever bought, but I found it later with a slip. And then the really solid sequel, Kick-Ass 2. Very, very great movies. Kidnap, that was a solid revenge thriller. Kill Bill, great movie, just split up into 2 parts. Killer Elite, another good Jason Statham one. Killers, goofy but fun. The remake of King Kong, really, really good. I don't own the original, but I have seen it. The original from 1933, not the... This is the second remake. The first remake came out in the 70s. The original is a beyond classic, and that one is really good too. I've not seen the 70s King Kong, nor the sequel to it. Kong Skull Island I did watch, though, and it wasn't all that great. King Midas, this is a horrible movie, and if you're watching this movie expecting any of these people to be on it, because they are on the cover and they are on the disc, you're sorely disappointed. I don't know who these people are, I don't know who this dog is, because they're not anywhere in the movie, so there you go. King of New York, I have not watched that yet. Kingsman: The Golden Circle, and Kingsman: The Secret Service. 2 excellent, excellent movies. Looking forward to the next couple that they're going to be doing. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, fantastic movie. You know what you would do? You know what you would see when you look at when you look up idiot in the dictionary? A picture of me? No, the definition of the word idiot, which you are. I screwed that up. I apologize, but I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Night and Day, that's a fun movie. And obviously when I quoted it, I sanitized it. Nightclub, that's a weird B movie. Knock Knock, really, really good movie. I like that one a lot. Knucklehead, I bought this because of the WWE studios. I'm not a huge wrestling fan or anything, but I don't know, recently I've been starting to get into wrestling. I've heard that this is a really bad movie, so I got it just so I could see how bad it is. It's Knucklehead. LA Confidential, I think this is one of the greatest movies ever made. Lakeview Terrace, that's a good drama. La La Land, absolutely amazing, one of my all-time favorites. And scored this sweet one sheet. Just beautiful. Love it. Anyway, Legally Blonde, of course a classic. I've seen the sequels to it. Legally Blonde 2 is not very good, and Legally Blondes is horrible. We got the Leprechaun Complete Movie Collection. This coming with Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4 in Space, Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun Back to the Hood, and Leprechaun Origins. They're all cheesy and goofy, but I like them. Lethal Weapon, the complete first season. Absolutely great show. It breaks my heart that it got canceled, because I really did think they did a great job on it. Let's Be Cops, it's a fun comedy. Life of the Party, that's also a very fun comedy. Lights Out, great horror movie. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, great early Guy Ritchie movie. Logan, phenomenal superhero movie. Logan Lucky, that's a great heist movie. Lone Survivor, another Steelbook, very hard movie to watch, but really great. Looney Tunes Back in Action, this is one of my all-time favorite movies. Absolutely loved it. Lord of War, that's a Nick Cage movie I've not seen yet. And we'll finish up this part with Lottery Ticket, an okay but decent comedy. So that is it for this part. A lot of interesting things upon the cursed shelf. I am apologizing for that profusely. Stay tuned for part 4. We will go through this shelf, which finishes off all the L's and goes all the way until the very beginning of S. And I am sitting on a table. It's not going to do it now, but my pants did squeak. I don't know if you heard that. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. And before anyone asks, that is a stuffed Winnie the Pooh that I have. And I got this really cool Winnie the Pooh snow globe. I will, in the next video, I'll turn that on and I'll let you guys see what it does. So thanks for watching. Bye.